tell me your gut reaction to this picture I'm gonna show you.
Are arranged in the 4 directions, and it looks like a swastika.
Right.
When the curtains finally part on one of the world's most secretive organizations, the scene is truly something else.
There is a secret underground society, that there are alien structures, that there's underground runways.
In today's video, we're diving deep, literally into the Illuminati's secret underground world. From the sculpture named Blucifer, located in a popular airport and claimed to have taken the life of its creator during its making, to a secret government bunker hidden beneath a hotel, prepare for some eye-opening discoveries about their shadowy lairs.
The North American Aerospace Defense Command just allowed its first tour in a decade.
1. Denver International Airport, DIA. Denver International Airport, DIA, has really outdone itself in the rumor mill department. Since its grand opening in 1995, DIA has become the epicenter of some of the juiciest conspiracy theories out there. Let's start with the underground facilities. Oh, those tunnels. Originally built for an automated baggage system that never quite took off, these subterranean pathways now serve the mundane task of moving luggage and hosting some airport operations. But, of course, the plot thickens as whispers of secret bunkers and clandestine meetings float about. There's even chatter about these tunnels stretching all the way to distant military bases. But let's be real, no one's actually found the map to prove it. Then there's the pièce de résistance, the dedication capstone at the south entrance, stamped with the date, March 19th, 1994. It's not just any old stone. This one's got the Freemason symbol and a shout out to the New World Airport Commission. Sounds like a Dan Brown novel, right? Except this commission is about as real as my aunt's stories about her high school sweetheart, the rock star. Turns out, the local Masonic lodges just helped pop this capstone into place, and that New World nod, likely just a hat tip to Antonin Dvořák's New World Symphony, symbolizing DIA's gateway vibes connecting Denver to the globe. Now, let's not skip the art, because what's a good conspiracy without some cryptic murals? Enter Leo Tanguma's Children of the World Dream of Peace, which some say looks more like a prophecy of doom than a hope for peace. But Tanguma insists it's all about harmony and loving the earth. And that blue Mustang statue, nicknamed Blucifer for its eerie, red glowing eyes, has also stirred up its fair share of spooky tales, especially after it was involved in a tragic accident that took the life of its creator, Luis Jimenez. In a genius move, DIA decided, if you can't beat the conspiracy theorists, why not join them? Cue their 2016 marketing blitz, where they fully embraced the madcap theories with a wink. Signs around the construction zones featured playful nods to lizard people and Illuminati antics, proclaiming, yes, the Denver International Airport is home to the lizard people. So, whether you're picking up your bags or hunting for secret alien bases, DIA has got you covered. Just don't be too disappointed if all you find is a well-run airport with a cheeky sense of humor. After all, who doesn't love a good story to spice up those tedious layovers? 2. Cheyenne Mountain Complex, USA. Near the scenic landscapes of Colorado Springs, Colorado, the Cheyenne Mountain Complex is not just any military installation. It's a fortress carved right into the heart of a granite mountain. This behemoth serves as the command center for both the North American Aerospace Defense Command, NORAD, and the United States Northern Command, US NORTHCOM. If there's a nuclear threat or another serious scare up in the sky, this is where the big decisions are made. Designed during the height of the Cold War to keep critical military operations safe from nuclear threats, this facility is built tough. Imagine a place so secure that it can shrug off a 30-megaton nuclear explosion from just over a mile away. Inside the mountain, 15 three-story buildings are encased in 2,000 feet of solid granite, equipped with blast doors that tip the scales at 25 tons each. And just in case the air outside gets a bit iffy, a network of blast valves with special filters is ready to keep any nasty stuff out. Building this super bunker wasn't a quick and easy job. Construction kicked off on May 18, 1961, and it took nearly 6 years and a cool $142.4 million before the Cheyenne Mountain Complex was ready to go full throttle on February 6, 1967. It's like building a small, super secure city that's ready for just about anything that could come flying from the skies. But let's add a twist of mystery to the mix. Over the years, some pretty wild conspiracy theories have spun around this mountain fortress. Some folks believe it's the secret underground HQ for the Illuminati. Yes, the same shadowy group you've probably heard about in hush-hush tones or seen in thriller novels and movies. They say the complex's deep secretive nature and its bunker mentality are just what you'd expect from an organization that pulls the strings from behind a granite curtain. Of course, these claims have about as much credible evidence as a movie plot. Despite the tall tales, the Cheyenne Mountain Complex's real purpose has always been defense and security. With state-of-the-art monitoring systems for tracking aerospace activity, it provides crucial early warnings and defense capabilities. Now, isn't that something to marvel at, far removed from the world of shadowy conspiracies? 3. The Vatican Secret Archives, Vatican City. Have you ever wondered where the Catholic Church keeps its stacks of old secrets? Tucked away in the heart of Vatican City lies the Vatican Apostolic Archive, a treasure trove of documents that's as vast as it is old. It was set up way back in 1612 by Pope Paul VI, and it's stuffed with papers stretching from the 8th century to the 20th. We're talking about a whopping 85 kilometers. That's about 53 miles if you're metrically challenged, of shelving crammed with over 600 archival collections. Yep, it's a historian's dream and probably a fire hazard. Now, despite its previous title, the Vatican Secret Archive, don't let the word secret fool you. It comes from the Latin secretum, which means private or personal, hinting that this was more about the Pope's personal stash of records than any cloak and dagger stuff. But thanks to some good old confusion and a hefty dose of Hollywood flair, you might be forgiven for thinking it was the Catholic version of Fort Knox. To clear up this mix-up, Pope Francis, in a move that surprised no one who knows how straightforward he likes to be, renamed it the Vatican Apostolic Archive in October 2019. Now, getting into this archive isn't as easy as walking into your local library. Initially, it was a no-go zone for outsiders until Pope Leo III flipped the script in 1881, opening its doors to scholars. Fast forward to today, and it's still a pretty exclusive affair. If you're a scholar with a burning question that only documents up to the papacy of Pope Pius VI in 1958 can answer, then maybe, just maybe, you'll get a peek inside. So, what gems are hidden in those miles of files? Well, there's the papal bull Inter Caetera by Pope Alexander VI from 1493, which casually divided the New World between Spain and Portugal. Then, there are the grumbles and gripes of Michelangelo, scribbled in letters to Pope Julius II about not getting paid enough to guard the Vatican, an artist and a security concern, all in one. And let's not forget the trial documents of Galileo Galilei, which shed light on his tiff with the church over a few stars and planets. Oh, and the conspiracy theories? They're as wild as you'd expect. Some folks believe the archive is a hotspot for Illuminati meetups, or that it hides proof of the Vatican being the ultimate underground lair. While these tales make for great movie plots, the real thrill lies in the documented history these archives hold, painting a vivid picture of the church's intricate past. So, while it might not house any blockbuster secrets, the Vatican Apostolic Archive remains one of the world's most fascinating collections of historical documents, guarded not by secret societies, but by the passage of time and a few scholarly gatekeepers. 4. Area 51, USA. Well, let's dive into the enigma wrapped in a mystery that is Area 51. Nestled in the dusty expanses of Nevada, this secretive U.S. Air Force base really knows how to keep tongues wagging. You've probably heard the wildest stories, from underground headquarters for the Illuminati to alien autopsies. And why not? With all that hush-hush security and rumored hidden bunkers, imaginations just can't help but run wild. Area 51 is like the VIP lounge of military bases, known for testing new planes and top-secret tech. But let's talk about the juicy stuff, like those Illuminati meetings. Despite the whispers, there's no solid evidence that this secret society, rumored to pull the strings of global events, actually rolls out their sinister plans from beneath the Nevada desert. It's all speculation, fueled by the base's secretive vibe. Now, Bob Lazar really threw gasoline on the conspiracy fire back in 1989. He claimed to have worked at a super-secret part of Area 51 called S4 near Papoose Lake. His stories of seeing alien spaceships and government studies on extraterrestrial tech made everyone's ears perk up. But, as tantalizing as they are, Lazar's tales lack the hard proof to make them stick. On a more factual note, Area 51 was the birthplace of the A-12 Oxcart during the 1960s. This spy plane flew at speeds over 2,000 miles per hour and snapped crisp photos from up at 90,000 feet. So, yeah, it's no wonder people think all sorts of next-level shenanigans might be going down there. Fast forward to 2019, and Area 51 is making headlines again with a viral Facebook joke. Storm Area 51, they can't stop all of us. Over 2 million folks RSVP'd to uncover the base's secrets and finally see them aliens. Cue the US Air Force putting out a not-so-amused warnings to stay clear. Come showtime on September 20th, the crowds were thin, curiosity simmered down, and only a handful of brave souls made it close enough to get a glimpse. Well, close enough to get arrested, that is. So, there you have it, Area 51, a playground for the imagination and a fortress of secrets. Who really knows what's going on out there? But one thing's for sure, I'd keep my distance unless you fancy a run-in with the law, or worse, end up part of the conspiracy theories. 5. The Paris Catacombs. Well, you think you've seen it all, and then you stumble into the depths of Paris, where the bones of over 6 million souls line the ancient catacombs beneath the bustling city streets. Paris isn't just about croissants and the Eiffel Tower. It's got a bone-chilling underworld, too. Back in the late 18th century, Paris had a bit of an overcrowded cemetery issue, which is a nice way of saying it was a real mess. Graves were overflowing to the point where, in 1774, a massive sinkhole on the Rue de l'Enfer, charmingly translating to Road to Hell, swallowed up a chunk of the street. Talk about your literal highway to hell, right? To tackle this, officials decided to move remains to the abandoned quarries underground, transforming them into the ossuary known as the catacombs. Now, onto the juicy part, conspiracy theories. Some folks love to whisper about the Illuminati, that mysterious cabal they think runs the world from the shadows. Rumors fly about them using these spooky tunnels as their secret base. Why? Because nothing says covert like hanging out in a labyrinth of bones, right? Historically, though, these catacombs were all about solving the public health crisis, not hosting clandestine meetings. During World War II, the catacombs got a bit of an action-packed twist. The French resistance used these tunnels for secret meetups, dodging the Nazis who had their own plans down there, setting up an underground bunker beneath Lycée Montaigne High School. Fast forward to modern times, and the catacombs still have their secrets. Urban explorers, or cataphiles as they call themselves, sneak into forbidden parts to hold underground soirees. Imagine finding a fully equipped cinema down there. Yep, that happened in 2004 when the police stumbled upon a hidden cinema room. Despite all the hush-hush vibes and secret society rumors, there's no real proof the Illuminati are throwing rave parties in the Paris catacombs. Today, this place is more about history and a touch of the macabre for tourists, with just a small part open for public tours. The vast majority of the tunnel network is still uncharted territory, leaving plenty of room for myths to thrive and legends to be born. 6. The Moscow Metro 2, Russia. Who doesn't love a good mystery wrapped in a metro ticket? Q in Metro 2, the secretive sibling of Moscow's public subway. This hush-hush underground marvel allegedly runs parallel to the Moscow Metro we all know and ride. Dubbed Metro 2 and shrouded in whispers since the days of Stalin, this secret system supposedly serves as a subterranean expressway for the who's who of shadowy figures. Think less crowded commutes and more cloak and dagger. Officially, it's known as D6 if you trust the chatter from former KGB folks, and it's deep. We're talking 50 to 200 meters underground. That's deeper than the foundations of your average high-rise. What's it connecting? Only some of the most crucial nerve centers in Russia, the Kremlin, FSB headquarters, and even a government-exclusive airport at Vnukovo, too. Oh, and let's not skim over Ramenki, where rumors talk up an underground city that could comfortably fit 30,000 people. Could you imagine the housewarming parties down there? But here's where it gets even juicier. Some of the more out-there theories suggest that the Illuminati, yes, the supposed puppeteers of world events, have turned Metro 2 into their own secret clubhouse. Why? Because nothing screams incognito like a massive hidden metro system, right? In 1994, a daring soul leading the diggers of the underground planet claimed to have stumbled upon an entrance. Proof, though, remains as elusive as a ghost. Russian officials? They just shrug and offer you a poker face when asked about Metro 2. Confirm, deny, they'd rather not. Despite the lack of hard evidence and the tall tales of Illuminati meetups, the legend of Metro 2 persists. It's become part of urban folklore, a spicy addition to Moscow's underground scene. Is it real? Is it fantasy? Either way, it's the perfect plot for your next thriller or a spooky story to swap over late-night campfires. Just don't expect to snag an all-access pass anytime soon, unless you enjoy chatting with stern-faced officials. 7. The Shanghai Tunnels. Who would have thought that beneath the bustling streets of Portland, Oregon, lies a shadowy maze known as the Shanghai Tunnels? This network of underground passageways, linking the basements of historic buildings to the Willamette River waterfront, is not just a relic from the late 19th and early 20th centuries. It's a gateway to some pretty intriguing tales. Constructed to move goods swiftly from ships to shore, these tunnels helped businesses avoid the chaos of Portland's crowded streets. But as time passed, the tunnels slipped into the shadows of obscurity, practically forgotten until a curious twist of fate in the 1990s. Enter Michael P. Jones, local historian and founder of the Cascade Geographic Society, who couldn't resist digging a little deeper into the rumors of hidden passages beneath the city. Armed with a robust set of flashlights, measuring tools, and cameras, Jones and his team embarked on an exploratory mission on June 15, 1993. Their destination? The basements of buildings in the Old Town Chinatown district. What they uncovered could easily be the set for an adventure movie. Bricked-up archways, secret trapdoors, and cramped corridors stretching toward the river confirmed the existence of these mythical tunnels. The team mapped about 1,500 feet of this underground labyrinth, stumbling upon old rail tracks, coal chutes, and even some artifacts like opium pipes and weathered leather shoes, each object whispering stories of a bygone era. Jones was quick to note, these tunnels are a direct link to Portland's past, offering tangible insights into the city's commercial history and the darker aspects of its underground activities. But the plot thickens beyond just merchandise transport. Whispered tales of Shanghaiing added a layer of intrigue. Stories suggested that unsuspecting souls were kidnapped and smuggled through these passages to ships, where they were forced to work as unpaid crewmen on long voyages. Though these tales tickle the imagination, solid proof remains as elusive as a ghost ship. And then there's the cherry on top of these spooky stories. Some folks believe these tunnels were a secret meeting spot for the Illuminati, plotting world domination over a cup of tea, or so the wild theories claim. Of course, no evidence has surfaced to lend any credibility to these claims, leaving historians and conspiracy theorists at a standoff. So, whether you believe the Shanghai tunnels were a den of criminal activity or just an efficient way to move boxes, one thing's for sure, they're a fascinating chapter in Portland's history, proving that sometimes truth really is stranger than fiction. 8. Swiss Fort Knox. For instance, you've got your typical Swiss landscape, snowy peaks, yodelers maybe, and tucked away in those picturesque Alps are not one, but two ultra-secure data havens, known as Swiss Fort Knox, 1 and 2. Well, it's as real as it gets, nestled near the charming towns of Seinen and Gstaad. Now, these aren't your run-of-the-mill storage units. Originally crafted as military bunkers back in the good old mid-20th century, they've undergone a serious makeover. Thanks to the visionary minds of Christoph Oschwald and Hans-Peter Baumann, these bunkers have been transformed into Fort Knoxes for the digital age. They pumped millions into these facilities in the 1990s, making sure they were up to snuff to protect all that precious data. Oschwald once quipped, "Information, data is everything today," and boy was he onto something. Fast forward to May 2010, when a consortium of European libraries and research institutions decided to make a deposit not of gold, but something possibly more precious, a metal box containing what they called a digital genome. This little stunt was more than just showing off their shiny metal box. It was a stark reminder of just how fragile digital media can be, and the lengths we need to go to preserve our digital heritage. But let's address the elephant in the room, the rumors. Oh, the rumors. With anything this secretive and secure, you're bound to have a few conspiracy theorists chomping at the bit. There's been talk, whispers really, of Illuminati meetups and shadowy cabals. But let's set the record straight. There's no credible evidence to link these high-tech alpine fortresses to any secret societies. The real magic happening inside these mountains is all about safeguarding data from the everyday threats of cyber intrusions, not hosting clandestine gatherings. So there you have it, a slice of Swiss ingenuity mixing Cold War-era structures with cutting-edge technology to create a haven for our digital lives. It's a testament to how far we've come in data security, and a little reminder that sometimes the best way to move forward is by repurposing the past. No Illuminati needed, just good old Swiss precision and a bit of entrepreneurial spirit. 9. The Svalbard Global Seed Vault, Norway. You know how some people squirrel away money for a rainy day? Well, Norway decided to squirrel away seeds, just in case. Tucked away in the frosty embrace of Spitsbergen, an island deep in the Arctic Ocean, you'll find the Svalbard Global Seed Vault, dubbed the Doomsday Vault. It's like a savings account for the planet's agriculture, but instead of cash, it's stocked with seeds from around the globe. The tale of the vault begins back in the 1980s when the idea of a global security storage first sprouted. Fast forward to 1984, and the Nordic Gene Bank, now known as Nordgen, kicked things off by stashing frozen Nordic plant gems in an old coal mine outside of Longyearbyen. This little experiment showed that, yes, indeed, seeds could nap for ages in the Arctic's chilly lap without issue. Leap to 2001, and things got official with the International Treaty on Plant Genetic Resources for Food and Agriculture setting the groundwork. A few years and a feasibility study later, the Norwegian government decided to foot the bill for what would become the Svalbard Global Seed Vault. Construction broke ground in 2006, and by February 26, 2008, the doors swung open to safeguard our agricultural heritage. Built into a mountainside, the vault is a fortress designed to withstand just about anything the world could throw at it. With a steady chill of 18 degrees C, 0.4 degrees, it's the perfect sleepy town for seeds, housing over 1,280,677 accessions as of May 2024. That's over 13,000 years of farming history under one cold roof. Of course, a place as mysterious and off the grid as the Doomsday Vault can't escape a little drama. Cue the conspiracy theories, Illuminati headquarters, secret world government, you name it. These tales mushroom mainly because of the vault's isolated location, fortress-like security, and the VIP guest list that includes folks like Bill Gates. Despite the whispers, the vault is no secret society hangout. It's a transparent, globally cooperative effort led by the Norwegian government, the Global Crop Diversity Trust, and the Nordic Genetic Resource Center, all dedicated to preserving our past to seed our future. 10. The Greenbrier Bunker. The Greenbrier Bunker, also known as Project Greek Island in White Sulphur Springs, West Virginia, was your classic secret bunker scenario, tucked neatly under the posh Greenbrier Resort. So here's the scoop. Back between 1958 and 1962, when the Cold War was more of a frozen standoff, the US government decided it needed a Plan B for the United States Congress in case of a nuclear attack. Their solution? Build a massive underground bunker beneath a luxury resort. As you do, right? The construction of this bunker was a sneaky affair. It was hidden under a new addition to the resort called the West Virginia Wing, built using the old cut-and-cover method. Dig a huge pit, construct a bunker, and then casually cover it up. The dirt they dug up, it went on to give a facelift to a nearby golf course and extend a runway at the local airfield. The bunker itself was no small feat. It was designed to house over 1,000 people, including all members of Congress and their aides. We're talking dormitories, a kitchen, and hospital facilities, all set up to keep operations running smoothly away from prying eyes. They even had a broadcast center with seasonal backdrops, so politicians could pretend they were still in DC. The centerpiece? The exhibit hall, an 89 by 186 feet room with a towering 20-foot ceiling supported by 18 columns. Adjoining this were two auditoriums, one seating about 470 folks for the House of Representatives, and a smaller one for about 130, perfect for the Senate. Now get this, for over 30 years, this whole operation was under wraps. Workers, posing as hotel staff, were actually government employees from a dummy company called Forsyth Associates. These weren't your average TV repair guys. They were maintaining a bunker capable of surviving the apocalypse. Despite the high stakes during events like the Cuban Missile Crisis, the bunker remained a secret until 1992, when a journalist from the Washington Post blew the lid off this secret hideout. Post-exposure, the government called it quits on the bunker. While it might be tempting to think there's some Illuminati-level conspiracy behind the Greenbrier bunker, it was just a well-thought-out plan to keep the government ticking during one heck of a scary time. Conspiracy theories? Sure, they're more fun than the truth sometimes, but in this case, the real story is fascinating enough on its own. What do you think about the most surprising detail revealed in this video? And have you ever wondered if secret underground headquarters like this could really exist? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for more intriguing content coming your way.